Howdy! If you're watching this video, then that means that you have been selected for one or more interviews with a student organization at Texas A&M University. Congratulations! So this being said, this video is going to show you how to actually sign up for an interview, how to pick different interview times, how to manage multiple interviews, etc. So what you're going to want to do is click the link that you've been sent by that student organization. So in this case, you'd be going to, and it's actually the same website, GetInvolved.tamu.edu. So GetInvolved.tamu.edu, because that's what we want you to do, is to get involved. So what you're going to want to do, if you notice, this is probably where you came and applied for this organization. So in this case, we're going to be using the flows as an example. So this is where you came to apply. If you want to see about applying to an organization, you can go check out one of the other videos or reach out to that organization. They can help walk you through that. So what you're going to want to do is up here in the upper right, you're going to want to click log in. And you're going to want to make sure you have your device that you will use dual authentication with, so Duo. And so it's going to take a second to load, because it's syncing up with the A&M network. And then so it's going to have you log in. It'll show you if you have some of your credentials saved, it'll show that, but otherwise you need to type them in now. And then you click next. And then this is where you would be prompted to dual authenticate. I had just been on my device earlier, so it's probably not going to ask me that. And then you're in. So once it has loaded in, you're going to see now this. You'll know that you're in because it's going to say howdy and then your name. So in this case, me, Bruce, because this is Bruce Brown in student activities. And then you're going to have two other options, your profile or log out. So what you can do is you can click profile to get here as well if you're happening to be on the main page. So this is how you get here. But right here it says signups. Ooh, I am a participant in 2 signups. That means there's 2 organizations that are offering me the ability to sign up for an interview. So I'm going to click on view signups. And in this case, I've been invited to sign up for the happy and sad organizations. You can pick whichever one you want to. It also has some nice details about that one. So for happy, they're wanting, it's a Hawaiian party theme, and they want me to have that as my background in Zoom. So I've got to find a nice island theme. So you can have little notes here. It also says the duration. So how long should I plan for? So what you're going to want to do is make sure to have your calendar out and of course have your class schedule pulled up. So that way you're not going to book an interview for a time you have a class. And then the deadline. When do I need to do this? And if you notice for these two, they have different deadlines. So you're going to want to make sure to subscribe to that deadline and make sure to follow it. So I'm going to click on this happy one because this whole island theme sounds cool. And so I'm in here, it's loading all the times. Okay, so I have my class schedule pulled up in front of me. Here are all these times. Wow, it is a lot. I want to make sure to pick a time that's going to be best for me, right? So I know that for me, Mondays aren't that great. Mondays help me adjust to the week and get started for the week. So I really only want to interview on Tuesdays. But actually, you know what? My schedule is pretty good on Tuesdays and Thursdays. So by doing that, and by selecting those two, now I only see these options, Tuesday and Thursday. And so what I can do is I can be like, okay, so I'm going to look at this one, 8 a.m. You know what? I want to get up. I want to rock that day, and I'm going to just pick this one. So if I want to see more details, I can click right here, little I. And on the right-hand side, it gives me a little bit more information. So it's going to be over Zoom is how they're doing this interview. The time is 8 a.m., and it's on Tuesday, the 22nd. And this is going to be the Zoom link that I'm going to need to know. So what this means, if you notice there's an 8 a.m., an 8 a.m., and an 8 a.m., that is because they are doing, if you notice the Zoom links change. So this organization is doing 3 different interview rooms. So I can interview in room 1, room 2, or room 3. Or sometimes you might just see one of these things. And so what that means is that's either the only spot that they're doing, there's one room, or they might be having you go into that room if it's over Zoom, and then they'll break you into a small breakout room after that manually once you get in there, almost like you show up at a lobby. And then they were to move you to the actual interview room. Or others where they might be doing a group interview. So it's one link, and then it's going to be available for up to X number of people, where X is how many people they're offering that to. So let's say I want to select this one. I can either click this check mark, and then it's going to make sure, do you want to book now? And I do want to book now. So now, if you notice on the right-hand side, the opportunity for me to book over here disappeared, but now everything else is grayed out. That's because I already have an interview scheduled. So I don't need to schedule another one. So it doesn't let me schedule another one. And it is confirmed over here. But there's some more things I want to talk to you about. So let me go back to signups. And if you notice now here, it's changed where it no longer shows the ability to sign up, rather the ability to cancel. But right below that, it does show my selection. To change it, you have to cancel. So let's say, actually, you know what? That morning, I've already promised somebody I'm going to go get coffee with them, so I'm going to need to cancel that. So I'm going to cancel that, and it just wants to make sure. So yeah, cancel that selection. Okay, so let me go back in. I'm going to click sign up again. And you know what? I think Monday morning will be best for me. And so I'm going to look here, and would you look at this? This one's grayed out. Well, I didn't pick this one. Why is it grayed out? That is because this is live. So it's very important that you have your schedule in front of you as you're doing this, and you know sometimes they're going to work best for you. So that way you can go through, because let's say I had selected this 8 a.m. time slot for Monday, and I'm like looking at my schedule. If it's taken me a while to select it, it's kind of like booking tickets for a concert where I want those tickets, but somebody else can kind of hop in and take them before you get there because they knew they really wanted it. So if it's a time that works for you, we recommend booking it, and then you can always modify later. Because in this case, this one's grayed out because I can't select it because somebody else, this interview slot is already full. So let's say, you know what, actually, I do want this Monday one, but I actually, let's go 9 a.m. So I'm going to go 9 a.m. and then I can book now. And again, everything else grays out. It shows me the new time slot. And just to show you that that all worked, I'll go back to the sign up page and I have this nice confirmation. So here's the deal. If there are no available times, because again, people are going to be able to pick times off and they might be grayed out. And so the times available to you might not be ones that you have available. So if that is the case, we encourage you to reach out to the organizations. You've already applied to them. This is about relationships, and just let them know, hey, I went on to sign up and all those times are when I have class or etc. Let them know what's going on, because they have the ability to add in more interview times. So that is absolutely in their power, especially when it's before those deadlines. So I hope that you do really well with your interviews. If you're watching this, we encourage you to go over to the Career Center and go to their mock interview days. So they're doing some mock interview workshops, especially ones with how to interview well over Zoom and online. So we highly, highly, highly encourage you to do that, because then you will be able to leverage that for yourself and set yourself up for success. So we wish you the best of luck in the application process, and thanks and gig 'em.